A few kilometers from Riverside, another police chase took place on the urban streets of Orange County. This high-speed chase ended abruptly when the driver of the sedan crashed directly into a truck that was transporting jet fuel headed to John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana, California. Even after the strong direct impact, one of the suspects still wanted to flee, so he tried to steal a couple of vehicles that were driving through the area at that moment. Despite his effort, he was quickly arrested by police patrols. Meanwhile, inside the stopped car, another pair of criminals were arrested to face charges of evasion and fleeing with property damage. Aboard a black Toyota Tacoma pickup truck, a murder suspect is being pursued, though without much success, by several dozen police patrols in Southern California. The chase began in San Diego and, based on the suspect's intentions, was heading toward the city of Los Angeles. When the pursuit reached the parking lots of the urban area of Ontario near the city of Riverside, everything seemed to indicate that the police would not be able to stop the driver. That's when, upon seeing the suspect's bold driving, a trucker named Mike Shaban decided to intervene at an intersection while waiting at a traffic light. Bravely, he drove his truck directly into the suspect's vehicle, bringing it to a sudden stop. Although this action allowed the officers to arrest the suspect, the one who took the worst hit was his truck, as the impact severely damaged the chassis, bending it partially and leaving the vehicle inoperable.
The next protagonist is a man accused of assaulting a law enforcement officer with a deadly weapon. In his attempt to avoid arrest, the suspect began driving recklessly through urban areas at high speed, running several red lights in the process, hitting vehicles on the spot and invading the opposite lane. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately for our fugitive, a distracted flatbed tow truck driver was pulling out of his parking spot just as this criminal was speeding through the area. This action unintentionally hindered the suspect's escape, who, while trying to switch lanes, got stuck due to the trucker's unexpected maneuver. Feeling cornered and out of desperation, the suspect crashed into the flatbed, completely frustrating his escape as several police patrols arrived. Interestingly, it was the truck driver himself who later clarified that he had no intention of helping the officers and that he was simply trying not to block the chase when the suspect hit his vehicle. Even so, the authorities took the opportunity to remind civilians not to get involved in police chases, as there is a risk that the criminals may be armed and the situation could become even more dangerous.
Although high-speed chases have a much greater potential risk of ending in a more tragic way, in this case, something fortunately very particular happened. This accident took place on one of the busiest highways in Los Angeles when police officers were chasing a reckless driver at very high speed. Trying to avoid a disastrous high-speed collision, the suspect attempted to evade the police by escaping through an off-ramp. What he didn't expect was that while trying to dodge a delivery truck that was moving slowly halfway through the curve, the truck ended up cornering him, crashing into him, and ripping off the driver's side door. Although the truck driver continued his usual delivery route, the fugitive was unable to continue the chase and was ultimately arrested.
The following are terrifying scenes that took place in the city of Syracuse in the state of Utah. Right before he ended up what was supposed to be just a simple outing, turned into a scene of pursuit and danger when a 14-year-old boy had the brilliant idea of taking his grandfather's Hyundai Veloster without permission. The grandfather immediately notified the authorities in order to stop him. In videos captured by cell phones, you can see how in his desperation, the boy tries to escape by driving through a crowded park where he nearly runs over several pedestrians in the process.
The hero in this situation was a brave driver who, behind the wheel of his pickup, accelerated to crash head-on into the fugitive, stopping him instantly.
About 3 of them almost got hit. They actually had to jump out of the way, and I would say he had to have been going at least 60. I mean, in the parking lot.
As if inspired by the fact of being in Hollywood, the suspect in this pursuit, accused of having stolen the Toyota Corolla featured in this video, lived his 15 minutes of fame. Although in this case, it was approximately an hour. During his run, the thief had a first crash, which didn't help much since he instantly fled the scene at what seemed to be the top speed reached by a Toyota Corolla. In his apparent escape, the driver performs dangerous traffic stops, trying at all costs to avoid the patrol cars that had been deployed in the area. After remaining free and continuing with his adventure, the driver has a second crash, which doesn't stop him either. In an attempt to stop him, the police throw out their spike strip systems on the avenue, but fail in their attempt. Curiously, the suspect makes a peculiar stop next to a group of civilians, and it doesn't seem like he's asking them for directions because he's lost since he has to speed away quickly. Minutes later, he's seen driving through parking lots in urban areas while talking on the phone as the police appear to have switched to merely playing the role of spectators. Continuing with his idea of being in a movie, the suspect is seen once again making a stop in what seems to be a cigarette trade with a passing driver. Until a bit later, a new character finally appears. It's a civilian trying to do good behind the wheel of his pickup, with which he attempts to block the suspect's path. It's at this moment when the real pursuit begins. The man in the pickup gets so close to the suspect that it almost seems like he's harassing him. It's only then that the police authorize the intervention of a small group of patrols. Although the driver decides not to hand the pursuit over to the officers, even though the unformed officers repeatedly informed the pickup driver that his participation was not necessary, he, after some truly skillful maneuvers, finally managed to corner and block the suspect. In the end, although the man in the pickup was also sadly arrested, he earned everyone's respect.
And he's in Gorman.
He's in this video. Although not clearly, you can see how a small sedan tries to escape from the police in an assumed high-speed chase on a highway heavily trafficked by large vehicles. Although an initial maneuver helped him slow down in time to get around a truck and evade the police, his luck quickly ran out when he was forced to go between two trucks.
Ooh, look at that. He hits that one semi. It's certainly, oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness.
To his surprise, both truck drivers coordinated to block his path in a team maneuver. The car was trapped between the cabs of both heavy trucks, thanks to the quick reaction of the agile truckers, who were later awarded honors for their bravery. I am glad that the police thanked the truck drivers, but should the truck drivers have done this, which put his own life in danger? Please give your opinion in the comments. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel so that you can enjoy the next video. What was supposed to be a routine law enforcement operation quickly turned into a life-or-death battle in broad daylight. On May 4th, 2022, outside a busy gas station in southeast Houston, Texas, Secret Service officers approached a suspicious vehicle connected to an ongoing drug investigation. Within seconds, a simple command to step out of the car escalated into a terrifying exchange of gunfire that left an officer seriously wounded and innocent bystanders running for cover. Body cam footage captured every intense moment, from the initial encounter to the suspect's sudden attack, the officer's immediate response, and the desperate struggle to stop the threat before even more lives were lost. In today's video, we'll break down this shocking incident step by step, examine exactly how the confrontation unfolded, what mistakes and split-second decisions shaped the outcome, and how officers managed to end one of Houston's most intense daytime shootouts. Make sure you watch until the very end because the final moments reveal how quickly a seemingly ordinary stop can transform into a deadly confrontation in just a matter of seconds. Now let's begin.
How long you been having it? Since how long? 2018. All right, you got driver's license on you, buddy? Where are you headed to? Right now. Did you just hear me? Look at me. Take off your seatbelt.
Are you requesting me?
I'm telling you to take off your seatbelt and step out. Why don't we do this? Put your hands. All right.
As officers approached the vehicle and ordered 23-year-old Jimmy Bryant to step out, the confrontation erupted. Jimmy Bryant suddenly drew a handgun and opened fire on the officers, striking Officer Jay Sally in the lower pelvis. In the ensuing chaos, Officer Sally and McMurtry immediately returned fire from across the gas station parking lot as onlookers scattered and bullets whizzed through surrounding vehicles. Thankfully, despite being wounded, Officer Jay Sally survived the attack. Even after being wounded, Sally continued to fight while officers worked to contain the threat. And the suspect, Brian, was also shot and arrested, bringing the dangerous situation to an end before more innocent people were harmed. He now faces multiple criminal charges related to the ambush, which turned an afternoon traffic stop into a violent daytime shootout. Officer Sully was then transported to Memorial Hermann Southeast Hospital, where some of his injuries were from debris scattered from the patrol car during the shooting. This incident is another powerful reminder that police encounters can change in an instant. What began as part of a drug investigation ended with gunfire, serious injuries, and multiple criminal charges, all within a few chaotic moments. Body cam footage like this provides a rare look into the unpredictable realities faced by both law enforcement officers and the communities around them. It also highlights how quickly critical decisions must be made during high-risk situations. If you found this breakdown informative and want to see more real-life police body cam footage, true crime investigations, and detailed incident analyses, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next upload. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. While traveling eastbound on Flint River Road, an officer attempted to stop a Dodge Challenger for illegal window tint and cutting off traffic near Flint River and Taylor Road.
I'll be on Flint River Road, eastbound, coming up towards Kendrick. Romeo Mike, 251318, Charger, we're still rolling. Alright, but how long we gonna roll?
The driver, later identified as Mr. Smith, refused, turning onto Kendrick Road and suddenly accelerating, crossing into the wrong side of the road as he fled.
Black on 4 radio. Black on 4 radio. Show me pursuit. Contract. Alright, we'll notify GSP there right now.
The situation escalated fast. In a residential zone posted at 30 mph, Smith sped more than 35 mph over the limit, running multiple stop signs and driving head-on into opposing lanes. The reckless run ended abruptly when he lost control, crashing into a utility pole and nearly striking a nearby home.
You better stop! You better stop!
But even then, he wasn't done. Smith bailed out and ran. The officer gave chase on foot, attempting to deploy a taser. Unsuccessful, but closed the distance and took him into custody a short distance away.
Stop reaching. I'm not reaching, sir. I promise. I promise. I'm sorry. That's my car. I just got scared, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sir. I promise you ain't gotta do me worse. I promise you I'm gonna follow your orders.
Stop moving.
Smith later admitted he fled because he knew the vehicle had no insurance. Records confirmed the car also had a suspended registration. He was transported to the Clayton County Jail without further incident, ending a brief but dangerous attempt to outrun the stop.
What you running for, bro?
But this is my car and I ain't got insurance.
You ain't got insurance, bro. That's it.
I just bought the car Facebook Market.
Bro.
Keep your hands up, mother.
What began as a routine attempt to stop a wanted fugitive quickly turned into one of the most dangerous police chases in Macomb County, Michigan. Officers located a murder suspect wanted out of North Dakota, but instead of surrendering, he launched a reckless high-speed escape through busy streets, drove into oncoming traffic, mounted sidewalks, and left a trail of crashed vehicles behind him. As the danger to innocent drivers escalated by the second, deputies were forced to make a split-second decision that would bring the pursuit to a dramatic end. This is the complete body cam and dash cam breakdown of the chase that ended with a wanted murder suspect finally in custody.
Southbound through the railroad tracks. Through the track. Speeds are now 80. Speeds are at 80. Alright, dispatch, now he's slowing down. Slowing down. Alright, we're picking him back up. We're doing 70. I got several Clinton rollers with me. Alright, we're hitting the brakes. Stand by. Copy that. Alright, now he's driving. Okay, stand by. Anyway. Through the light at Rudgate, and he's driving into the oncoming lane. Through the light at Rudgate into the oncoming traffic. Speeds 85 miles an hour. There is no southbound traffic at this point.
As a sheriff's sergeant approached the back of the van and activated his flashing lights and siren, Kennedy abruptly swerved to the side of the road and sped away, sending officers into a pursuit through heavy traffic.
Stand by. Alright, dispatch, southbound Utica coming up the Masonic. He is now driving down the sidewalk. Driving on the sidewalk with southbound Utica Masonic. Alright, dispatch, when I get the opportunity, I'm going to see if I can take him out. He's getting pretty reckless. Copy that. I'm going to take him out. Not at the moment, but stand by. Dispatch for Utica through the railroad tracks coming up the Groesbeck. I got traffic. Going through the grass, Marathon gas station by the Jimmy John's. Through the grass by Jimmy John's. Southbound Groesbeck now. Looks like we're going to go through 13, set up at a red light. Stand by. Looks like approaching 13. Alright, we made it through. Nobody.
The chase intensified in seconds as the van sped off while patrol units closed in from multiple directions.
Alright, he just caused a rear-end accident, none of us. Alright guys, we got open roadway dispatch, open roadway, let's take him out. Copy that, open roadway, attempting to take out. Chief Lyons right up there with him, we're going to take him out. Alright, go ahead.
The pursuit ultimately ended violently when a deputy officer executed a powerful pit, disabling the suspect's vehicle and ending the chase completely.
In the end, the dangerous pursuit was brought to a stop before even more innocent lives were put at risk. The suspect, wanted for murder, was taken into custody along with his passenger, while officers and several civilians escaped with only minor injuries despite the chaos.
Keep your hands up, mother. You better keep your hands up. You can hear me? Keep your hands up. Don't you move. Don't you fucking move.
The incident serves as another reminder of how quickly a routine traffic stop can become a life-threatening situation for both law enforcement and the public. If you found this breakdown informative, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more real police body cam footage, high-speed pursuits, and true crime stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.